Y'all remember back when they did the Jade Him 15 and Jade Him 16, the live action experiment to see if U.S. soldiers would actually fire upon U.S. citizens. And that was a live action experiment, like a tabletop experiment, but they put it in reality to see what would happen. It was a game or a field exercise, if you will, a simulation. That's what we call a simulation, a live action simulation. Well, according to what they found out, is that there was a failure rate of between 40 and 52% of the soldiers involved in this would not fire upon U.S. citizens in the event of orders, direct orders given. So that was a big awakening for the military. They had a backup plan, if you will. Now, I touched on this a few months ago, in fact, about 7 months ago, and I talked about the United States of Israel. And it seems like this is coming true. Now, the reason why I bring up Jade Him is because they found out that U.S. soldiers would not fire upon U.S. citizens. But as we've seen the perchance for Israeli soldiers to basically shoot any damn body, well, we have the exact units, peoples that will fire upon U.S. citizens. And given that Israel shoots Christians, kills them, as we've seen evidence in Gaza and Lebanon and Jordan and other places, that they will kill Christians. And you bring that to the United States. Remember, they told us in the Bible, if you'll be tried according to your faith, and if you're not joining their faith, you will die. It's a similar story that was told in the Old Testament about the people joining up with the Hebrew belief. Is that if you didn't believe the way they did, they would kill you. And so anyway, we're getting this. The point is, guys, that with this new rule that came out, or new fusion with U.S. and Israeli military, it's not too hard to imagine what's going to happen here in the United States. And in fact, I want to bring to you an exact example of this already occurring. We've seen in North Carolina after the hurricane that they had security forces in there, and a lot of these people kept their face covered. And they did not talk. So I want to speculate and guess that perhaps these security forces that didn't talk and kept their face covered was not from the United States, but from another country that starts with the letter I. Again, now we jump forward now into the current situation where the Border Patrol and the Immigration Services was hiring just about anybody, and they walked around with their faces covered, and they didn't talk either. So if they was hiring these people from just about anywhere, it's not too hard to imagine where a lot of these people that was attacking U.S. citizens without any thought in their mind at all, where they came from, the country that starts with the letter I. So basically, guys, with this security forces that they hired for certain security situations involved in the United States, and this increase of hiring in Border Patrol and immigration, well, we have a ready military force, a mercenary military force already implanted, infiltrated with Israeli troops. We talked about these people coming across the border into the United States, and it's coming from these Middle Eastern countries, and it's coming from Africa and China, but nobody mentioned the ones that was coming in from the country that starts with an I and ends with an L. That's been raising hell. So, guys, this new information. Oh yeah, one other thing. Remember, over the past 2 years, we have been told that we cannot say bad things about the Jewish people or bad things about Israel, or else we face prosecution and internment, fines, jail time, because that is against the law now to talk bad things about the country Israel or the people of the Jewish faith. But yet we see the horrendous things they are doing around the Middle East areas of genocides going on against, or not maybe a genocide, but they're killing off a faith, a Christian faith in the region. So just imagine why Israel wants to get rid of Iran, why Israel wanted to get rid of Iraq, etc., etc. So, guys, just think about it and everything. But anyway, go back anyway. But anyway, what I'm getting to is because of this fusion, this merging of military forces, when they move here to the United States, again, the United States of Israel will be a thing that will be coming. A fact, not a fiction, not an imagination of my mind, but actual a thing that will happen. They will not come out and call us the United States of Israel, but in fact, it will be, considering that the law enforcement, the military, the government, and judicial system is infiltrated by Israel. And you don't believe it? Just look around. Wonder why a lot of the senators and Congress members, representatives and senators have dual citizenship with Israel. They won't release that facts, guys, but I did a little digging, and there's quite a few. I won't give a percentage, but it's an alarming number of the upper tier of the Congress has dual citizenship with Israel. They can't fire upon Israeli citizens, but they can fire on others. Y'all have a groovy day. Keep this in mind. The United States of Israel is becoming a real deal, a real fact. Remember, Trump said, this is the last time you have to vote. Later, taters.
Attention passengers, we've now reached our destination. We hope you enjoyed the flight and have a nice day.